in Child Protective Services custody. At 16 years old, I was in low trafficking rings, and then I went to elite level trafficking rings. And what I mean by that is I was on the streets of Las Vegas, Nevada. I was on the streets of Skid Row and was get in the car and do what somebody said. Now, after that, it became Las Vegas, Nevada, and the casinos and in the hotels. And then after that, it was celebrities' homes, Playboy mansions, Getty Museum, and going through dark underground tunnels where there's different cities and walks of life. But we've been in sweats for 5 to 6 years now because we've been driving across the United States of America because that's the way that we need to stay safe at the moment. My traffickers never let go. I was auctioned to Russia at 15, 16 years old. I ran from Child Protective Services custody of Riverside County, California, because they were involved in my trafficking. Beverly Gillen and Dustin Faulkner went back through my life because I know a lot of people can look at me and say, I don't see it. And you don't see it right now because I have my mama. So I'm saying this to say there is no consistency in my life until my mama came in the picture. She knocked on Child Protective's door and I was, hey, this is going on. They shunned her too. I was adopted in 2014 at 20 years old. Now with all that being said, my traffickers never let me go. Now, I don't know what you've been through in your life, but if you've been through a toxic relationship at all, from family members to friends to partners, you know that sometimes they don't let go. And now I understand the patterns of that. I'm not scared. I'm not scared anymore. I've been to a place where I've been like, okay, it's time for me to step forward because I didn't have somebody to speak for me until that woman walked in my life. And I thank you for that, Mom. I stand like this today. And I'm proud of myself too because of the woman that I watched. I didn't have the example that I have now. There are some people who were scared to be here today because they were like, hey, we're fighting for children and that's a big message and those are big repercussions if we knock on the wrong door. I understand that. But I want you to watch this video and think to yourself, did I get an Amber Alert? Where's Child Protective Services if they're in their custody? Where are their legal guardians? Kiddos in the room. But I want to talk to you because we're pulling teeth with the adults to get outside. And sadly, this is not the way the world is supposed to be, but I gotta talk to the kids now. This may be my last time to have that conversation with the kids. And sometimes, do we know if they have good parents? Do we know if they have good friends that love them and care about them? If something was to happen, would they call anybody to check if they were okay?